Oh, how we going? So we were only 43 minutes late today. Not bad. And I mean, those are rookie numbers. You got to get those numbers up. I mean, 40 minutes. Those are rookie numbers. Shout out to Casey. He says a fantasy football creator is never late. He always arrives exactly when he means to. That reminds me of.
We appreciate you guys.
And I'm probably shouldn't even be telling people that I know about this movie. What's the movie with Anne Hathaway where she's a princess?
The Princess Diaries. What you mean? I know about that movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. It's like a queen is
never.
never late. Everyone's just early or some shit like that. I don't remember.
No, I like that movie. What you mean? That's a banger.
Okay, good. Okay. What's up, Mike?
Chitty.
What's up, 97? What's up, G Money? What's up, Bag Glyn? What's up, Dak? What's up, brother?
How you feeling?
What's up, MP? Startup Mock. What's up, PH? Hey, guys. Thanks for joining us. We're excited today to have a live stream with y'all. And, man, so many things are happening, and we're excited. This is going to be a good year. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a good year. Good things are happening. I'm so excited for the draft. We're getting closer and closer every single day. And we are doing a 2023 Dynasty Startup mock draft today. So if you're in startups, or even if you just want to hang, you want to see values, you want to talk Dynasty football, you want to talk NFL, then you're in the right spot. Do us a massive favor. If you drop a like for us, that would be much appreciated. Much appreciated. Easiest way to support the show. Easiest way to support what we're doing. If we hit 115 likes, we're going to do a Superflex rookie mock draft after the startup for you guys today. So help us get to that like goal, and we will make sure to pop off 2 mock drafts. We've been doing that a lot lately because you guys have been helping us reach those like goals, so we really appreciate it. What are we doing today, Badake? We're doing a startup draft, mock draft. How can people join?
Dynasty Startup Mock Draft, guys. If you guys want to be part of this, all you have to do is join our Discord. Link in the description below. Go there, go to Dynasty Mock Draft tab, and that's how you enter. That's exactly where I'm going to be posting the link. You kind of see where I posted the link before. You see where Dak posted. You see test. they're all putting test over there in that chat now.
Is everyone putting test?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Really? I love that.
But hey, once again, go to our Discord, link in the description below. And that's exactly where you can join the mock drafts for the first time. And as always, if you guys don't get into the mock draft, it's okay, because we do multiple mock drafts all throughout the week. Usually we go live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. We might switch it. We might switch it to 7:30 at some point, because a lot of the West Coast people say that they want some love. We'll let you know when that happens. But right now, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Monday through Thursday for you guys. So once again, join our link in the description. First come, first serve. Send me that link. I need a link, by the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I just made it. I'm gonna send it your way. But again, join the Discord if you guys want a chance to join. Again, we can't guarantee that you'll get in because there's 1,200 plus people in there. But yeah, go ahead and join that for your chance to join. And again, do us a favor, drop a like. If we get to 115 likes, then we're going to pop off a rookie mock draft for you guys right after we do this one. So if you want to see 2 mock drafts today, go ahead and drop that like. Badake, make sure you get in, and then we'll go ahead and send that away. While Badake is doing that, you can follow me on Twitter if you want to have some conversations, if you want to see the kind of things I'm putting out there, film evaluation, conversations. We got Badake as well, who's over on Twitter. And he's doing his thing, so you can give him a follow as well.
Badake like cake, they call me.
And then don't forget our Patreon has released. We do have our full Patreon package. Everyone on the Close Friends Plus tier and above is going to have access to that. So why don't you go ahead and send that link out, Badake? Let's get this thing popping.
Yeah, popping.
Roxanne.
It's always the wrong.
You don't have to say that. It just reminds me of that episode of Community.
I'm sending the link
with
out
the
here.
Different timelines where he throws the dice. If you guys know Community, you know. Great show.
I do know Community. I don't remember that scene.
Remember, they throw the dice and then it creates alternate timelines. That's where Evil Jeff comes from. Evil Abed.
Right.
Roxanne. All right, we are doing a 12-team Superflex Dynasty Startup Mock Draft. PPR. It is non-tight end premium. We are using the landing spots from the same mock draft that we did yesterday. Bryce Young's a Texan. CJ Stroud's a Colt. Bijan Robinson is a Lion with a 6 overall pick. Anthony Richardson is a Raider at 7 overall. We have Will Levis to the Panthers. And thank you so much to Adrian for the sub.
Hey, we appreciate you, brother. See you at the top.
That's awesome. Thanks for Adrian. Thank you to Adrian for subbing to the channel. We also have Quentin Johnson to the Jets. And why don't we go to the next round? Because I think the next one, this gets spicy here at the end, right? We got JSN, who goes to the Ravens. Zay Flowers to the Jags. Jordan Addison to the Giants. Michael Mayer to the Bengals. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Chiefs. I mean, that's a spicy end to the first round. Then in the second round, we have Jalen Hyatt to the Texans. We've got Zach Charbonnet to the Raiders. Tanner McKee to the Saints. Darnell Washington to the Titans. Cedric Tillman to the Patriots. Hendon Hooker to the Commanders. Luke Musgrave to the Bucks. We've got Dalton Kincaid to your New York Football Giants, Badake.
See you at the top, boys.
And then in the third round, we have Jonathan Mingo to the Bears. Kayshon Boutte to the Cardinals. Zach Evans to the Rams. Dontavion Wicks to the Raiders. Kenny McIntosh to the Saints. Tucker Kraft to the Dolphins. Josh Downs to the Packers. A-Chain to the Colts. Charlie Jones to the Seahawks. Somehow he goes ahead of Josh Downs. The Vikings go Jaron Hall. Deuce Vaughn goes to the Cowboys. Xavier Hutchinson to the Bills. And then Josh Downs went to the Packers. There it is. Josh Downs went to the Packers. Okay, guys, those are the landing spots. You can check it out here.
Check it out yourself. Should be all
It's also in the description below. But no more nonsense. Let's go ahead and get this started. 60 seconds on the clock. Let's get it popping.
Wow.
There goes Joshua Allen off the board. There goes Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Texas Tech, off the board.
Texas Tech.
There goes Jalen Hurts, quarterback, Oklahoma. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay. I kind of wanted to put myself in this uncomfortable position here at the 1-5 because I was assuming. I feel like actually I've picked the wrong spot because this is actually still comfortable. Justin Herbert's there at the 1-5.
Yeah.
Probably the uncomfortable spot starts at the 1-6 because you're not sure exactly what to do. So maybe I need to do the 1-6 next time we go live. But I'm surprised Hurts goes ahead of Burrow. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I am just surprised that Hurts went ahead of Burrow. That's a little bit of surprise to me, but it's not anti-consensus. We see it. I'm still Burrow 3. Are you still Burrow 3?
I'm still Burrow 3, yes.
Okay. But I got Justin Herbert here at the 1-5. There's no reason to overthink this. I mean, let's go ahead and start our team off strong in this Superflex format. Billy, after this draft, we are going to do a rookie mock draft. If we hit 115 likes on this stream. If we hit that like goal, we'll fire up a rookie mock draft for you guys. Ben says that's when community starts to kind of suck, though. I don't know what specifically he's referring to.
I guess he's talking about that part in your that's whatever song you were singing.
Oh, I thought you meant our community. Yeah.
Zach was ready to take it personally. It's like, fuck you, bro.
No, I was just more like, what is it? Like, what did I say? I was trying to connect the dots. Like, what did I say? I feel like community gets bad when Donald Glover leaves. That's when it gets bad. Yeah. When Donald Glover's gone, there's no point in watching it. Herbert, don't overthink it. I agree. Justin Herbert's got to be the pick there. Then we see Trevor Lawrence go off the board. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Lamar Jackson. Badake, you take him at the 1-9.
Yeah.
We both feel pretty confident that Lamar Jackson's going to be a Raven next year, right?
Yeah, and I think even if he's not a Raven, I mean,
yeah,
I'm really confident still that he will still be a top 8, top 10 pick in Dynasty, in a Dynasty startup, and a quarterback, in my personal opinion. So I'm comfortable whether he's Raven or not.
Yeah. Okay, so T-Law goes off the board, as we mentioned. Then we see Fields at the 110, Deshaun Watson at the 111. we've talked about it before. The back end of the draft this year feels comfortable.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
because you can go quarterback back to back and build a really nice squad.
Yeah, exactly. You at that turn here, I think from, I would say the 1-9 to the 204 feels you can still get a decent quarterback right there. Where last year, you can get a quarterback and then you probably have to go a positional player, whether it's running back, wide receiver, a little bit more depth in the quarterback room this year.
And a lot of that has to do with the fact that we like these rookies as well.
Yeah.
We like these rookie quarterbacks. So that gives you a little bit more flexibility here in the second round or so. I think the cutoff might be the 2-4.
Yeah,
I think the 110 to the 112. Well, we have no idea what these people are going to do, but that's...
put myself there because you get challenged, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the 1-9 is a place where you can kind of you can pivot in any direction.
Yeah.
And it could be very difficult to make that decision. Let's see, because I kind of want to. I want to be in that position. I want to make those hard choices and be ready. They go CeeDee Lamb there, so he doesn't
maybe,
go.
Yeah, maybe you'll have an option. You probably will have an option now. You definitely will. MP says community got bad after the double bounce me episode. That was such a good episode. 7 spots where it gets uncomfortable. In my recent startup, I made a series of trades to get from the 102 to 106 to 108 to get T-Law and Chase. Nice. I love that. Daniel Jones, a round 2 quarterback, number 9 on the year. Casey made the trade yesterday. He's trying to hype up his man.
Talk it up, man. He's going to be a top guy. I mean, even if he doesn't have weapons, look what he can do. Imagine if he had one, Casey. Talk it up.
I love it. I love the confidence.
I'm repping DJ. Oh gosh.
For better or worse, right? For better or worse.
For better.
In sickness and in health.
We love you, DJ.
Okay, so you got a lot of options here.
I do have a lot of options. I mean, it's so hard not to take one of these rookie quarterbacks here. I wonder why people aren't going with the rookie quarterbacks. But I guess they wanted to kind of build around in different areas. And maybe I should challenge myself in that as well. But, I mean, that's just so unrealistic, you know? Just so unrealistic. I'm just going to go with my guy. Get both of these quarterbacks. Yes, CJ Stroud is my QB1. So don't burn me in the comments for all those Bryce Young believers.
I mean, I'll burn you. I'll burn you myself.
Burn me in hell.
I think they're both great options. Both great options.
Yeah, let's see where. I mean, now Sammy has an opportunity here, probably not expecting to have either Bryce available to him.
That's best case scenario if you were to start wide receiver. You really don't want to come back to the 2 and no quarterback option that you really like. That would have been worst case.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking of taking somebody else, which I'll tell you who. I'm pretty sure we all know who that is.
No.
Well, I think it was 2 of there. Okay. Well, there it is. Brian Robinson. That's who I was thinking. I was like, maybe I'll switch it up and take.
You were going to take Brian Robinson in the second round?
I was. Yeah. He's my
Brian Robinson.
I mean, Bijan Robinson. Sorry.
I was like, damn, son.
Damn, son.
Got to represent. Well, this sucks. This sucks. Okay, so Bijan's gone. I definitely wanted to draft him. I'm surprised he fell that far.
It's same as well.
And I can't go quarterback here because I don't like the tier drop off. Waddle's available to me. I can go Waddle. I've done a build similar to that recently. So maybe just to switch it up a little bit. I might grab... It's between really Breece Hall and Jonathan Taylor. Let's grab JT here and see how it feels. I do have Breece ranked 1 spot ahead, but I feel like I might try and lean into a win now hybrid.
Okay.
And I just want to see how this feels. Again, we mock draft to try things, to have fun, to see how a team might feel. If I do the same mock draft every day, I'm getting good practice, but I'm probably not exploring other options. So I want to see if I were to try to do a hybrid win now, what that might look like. So let's explore that option here. St. Brown goes off the board, then Breece Hall.
I also think that, not to, I guess, kind of to build off that, I think a lot of people, even though Breece Hall, we expect him to come back good, I think he will fall once we get the reports and we get closer saying he won't be ready. You know, like he's not going to be ready, especially in the Dynasty startup. I think we saw that a lot in other players.
The opposite.
Yeah, or the opposite.
You could get the reports that say he's going to be ready to go by training camp, and people are going to be like, oh shit, Breece Hall is the RB1 again. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm a little bit skeptical right now on Breece.
You're right. It could be a tough year back. We know it's very mixed results after an ACL injury. It is very mixed results. There's no one size fits all. So T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle off the board, as well as Garrett Wilson and JSN.
I mean, what a start there for Charms.
I could grab JSN, but
that is a crazy start. I love that.
He just keeps going higher and higher, and I get it, guys. I get it. I love him too. I understand. I'm picking up what you're putting down, guys.
I mean, the one could be nice.
UDog says you have 110 watching, but 37 likes. You might have to refresh because on the mobile app, it doesn't refresh. Right now, I'm seeing 72 likes, and a big shout out to all you guys who have dropped a like. I really appreciate that. If we hit that 115 like mark, we will pop off a rookie mock draft for you guys. Damn it. Everyone that I wanted just went off the board. You sons of bitches.
Son of a beach.
Dirty sons of bitches.
You send him. Oh, this is where it gets difficult now because these running backs and the tiers keep falling.
I think there's still one. All right, I'm just going to be honest. It's between ETN, CMC, and I really wanted Olave there. He's gone. I can't tier down to the next receiver. I mean, that would be DK or Devonta for me. I'm assuming none of these guys are available when I come back. Let's lean into this win now team. Let's lean into it. Let's see how this feels.
We're leaning right in.
Let's see how this feels. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Edwin. Appreciate
you, man.
By the way, sub count update. We are currently 40 subs away from 5K. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is actually going to be such a cool feeling to see 5K. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for helping us grow. Thanks for enjoying the community. Thanks for enjoying Dynasty just like we do. Appreciate that.
Travis Kelce at the 3-7. Wow, okay.
A little early for me, but I think probably the earliest. Firstly, you only draft Travis Kelce if you're a win now team. So now Downsy, this is a bad pick unless you're about to build a win now team. Secondly, I think the earliest you can really take him is probably round 4 or 5. Those first 3, those gotta be guys that you can build around long term. I don't know. If you're making this pick, you're just riding it till the wheels come off. You know, you are just riding that thing until that thing don't ride no more.
You go say okay.
Everyone's sleeping on Garrett Wilson. He should be higher than Higgins, in my opinion. I can tell you both Badake and myself are not. Garrett Wilson's my wide receiver 6. He is Badake's wide receiver 7. So we're not the ones sleeping.
Well, I mean, Garrett Wilson and T. Higgins are back-to-back in my rankings.
Yeah, and I love T. Higgins, but I have Garrett Wilson ahead of T. Higgins. So we're definitely not sleeping over here. We feel you.
Okay, what should I do here?
Gary says creating 40 bot accounts tonight, 5K by tonight. Love it. What are the odds Kelce retires if they win? I don't see it happening because you're in this window right now where you can go to the Super Bowl any year. I think he probably has 2 years left. I don't know when the elite production stops. Really, we're at the cutoff point here historically. I mean, tight ends have done well after this age, but it's not been that same elite production. It's been like top 5. So let's see. Kelce could be this just different. I mean, he obviously is, right? He's one of the best tight ends ever, but we'll just have to see how he ages into his mid-30s. Not everyone ages very well. Jason says, would honestly take JSN, Olave, and Wilson over Higgins. I am on board with most of that. Kelsey will be a first-round pick in redraft for the next 2 years. He likely will be for sure. Jason Kelsey retires. I could see that happening if they win. He definitely seems like he's ready. I think it's not a surprise that they started their podcast when they did.
Yeah.
Who you got in the Super Bowl? You guys know I got the Chiefs. My teams are the Chiefs and the Commanders. Y'all know I got the Chiefs. So we're going to be watching it together. And I know everyone in that room except for me is going for the Eagles. So
honestly, don't know. I'm in a hard place because I don't want the Eagles to win, but at the same time, I don't want the Chiefs to win. So at this point,
you just don't want anyone to be happy.
No. I mean, I don't want an NFC East team to win, but at the same time,
sure.
Like we said, we kind of hinted about it in other videos. The way this Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs journey is going, which is amazing for Patrick Mahomes, is just gonna be like the new Patriots. So I'm kind of don't want that to happen, but yeah. I don't want the Eagles to win either. I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah, just root for the Chiefs, man. It'll be okay. I'll be there with my jersey on, and I'll be probably the only one going for them. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Would you move Slim Reaper to get the 105 and grab JSN? They are so close to my rankings, but I do prefer Jackson Smith and Jigba at this point. He is a better pre-combine prospect. We'll see what happens at the combine, but in my scouting grades, yes, at this point, I do prefer JSN. I don't think we'll go live for the draft, Daniel, but we will be live after each round.
Yeah.
To do a rookie mock draft. So after each round, we'll be. I promise you guys during the draft, this channel is going to be hella fun. It is going to be fun. I mean, last year Badake was on his honeymoon, but still, it was so fun. It's going to be even better now that we're together.
Yeah, maybe
it's
we
just
should
a good vibe. I mean, after each round, you go live, you do a mock draft. Everyone's excited. We know where some of these players have landed. It feels a little bit better. We have a little bit more security and understanding. Those mock drafts pop off. So yeah. I'm excited for them.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be here for the first time. Yeah, like Zach said, I was on my honeymoon. Maybe we'll go live. Well, maybe we'll have the live stream ready, up and running. Maybe like when that last pick is on the clock, and then once that pick's in, yeah, boom, we'll switch, and we already know the first round.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Devonta Smith off the board as well as London, and then Jahmyr Gibbs goes off the board. Good landing spot for Gibbs. There goes Daniel Jones.
Hey,
where did Olave go? So Olave went at the 3-4. Daniel Jones at the 4-2. I know that. Proofy's feeling good about that. Casey's feeling good about that. Everyone in that league is like, okay, interesting to look at.
Okay.
Dogjo says, I'm a 49ers fan. I don't think I can watch the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's tough.
Should I trade Brees for the JSN? I think right now you can probably get more value than just JSN, but it depends on your league. Who's your RB1 for 2024? I really like the 2024 class. There's a lot of different ways you can go there. For me, it sounds crazy, but I think there's probably 4 players in conversation. Raheem Sanders, Rocket Sanders out of Arkansas. That dude is just built a little bit different. Braylon Allen, like if you want to try and find a direct mold of Derrick Henry, Braylon Allen's very close. You could consider Will Shipley, Travion Henderson. There's going to be a lot of running backs in next year's class that we really like, unless of course we see these guys come back to college and.
Yeah, I mean we saw a couple. Well, really just one, which is Blake that returned in the running back room. We saw Romeo Dunze return as well in the wide receiver room. So let's see how these guys respond.
Dude, I was so excited for Rome.
Hey, Rome.
I was so excited for Rome.
Rome potentially put himself. Well, I don't really know this whole class, but I mean, you have Marvin Harrison, Emeka Mbuka, you have Xavier Worthy, and then Rome. I mean, Rome can put himself in the top 5 where he wasn't in. I don't think the community would have considered him as a top 5 in this year's class. So maybe he put himself in a better position, but he's coming out a little bit older, which is not the best. So I guess it's two sides to the coin there.
Yeah, I mean, next year everything will look different anyway. That's how it is every year anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But I really loved watching Rome Odunze's film. I remember talking to you about that. I was like, dude, this guy is very special.
Romeo.
But unfortunately, Adun's going back to college. Makes sense for him. But yeah, there's a lot of names next year that are really intriguing, guys. Really intriguing. Got the Brock Bowers class. Jatavion Sanders could declare. Former 5-star recruit. I'm on the clock here. Dang, I was hoping Andrews. Of course, I can't. Macy, next time you join a mock draft, stop drafting by me. We draft so similar. Okay. Got to consult my rankings here. What are we thinking? We're trying to go win now. Not really a quarterback that I want to pursue. Yeah, no one really screams draft me there. Wide receiver wise. We'll see. This is where I would probably take a young wide receiver that I love.
Yeah.
I don't want to take Cooper Kupp here, though. I just don't want to do it. Is it... I think I have to follow my rankings on this one, and maybe this sets me back, but I'll try and find some value elsewhere. I'm going to take Jameson Williams. Doesn't fit the exact mold I'm doing, but I think J-Mo is going to have a great year.
But this is the route that I think excuse me, a lot of people could potentially go, right? You get your solidified quarterback, you get your solidified running backs where you're not worried about a rotation, you're not worried about what the market and if they're going to be bringing in somebody. These are your solidified guys, and then you start building on your young wide receivers. And I think this is kind of where now all these wide receivers are probably going to go, because no one can trust what the hell's going to happen with, the Eckler's, the Swifty, the Javantes, like no one knows what's going to happen. So I think this is kind of the route that a lot of people could potentially be going if you put yourself in that position, kind of like what D Macy done, right? Like Bijan and Travis Etienne, the expectation is that no one else is going to be coming behind them. Maybe Etienne, but it's just a reliever guy.
Yeah. Mark Andrews is really the perfect fit for this type of mold that we're pursuing. So he really got the perfect fit right before me. Difficult to keep up with all the questions, guys. We'll try our best, but obviously keep in mind, if you have something that's really urgent or you really want advice on, you can drop a super chat any amount. We'll definitely make sure to look at it straight away. But we just want to make sure we're still looking at the draft and talking about it while we try and interact with you guys. Who's the early 101? Yeah, it would be Caleb Williams. Yeah. You can pretty much lock Caleb Williams in at the 101. Unless something crazy happens. I mean, he just looks like a generational type quarterback. Najee Harris goes off the board at the 4-9. There goes Jordan Addison. There goes Javonte Williams. What does that make Javonte Williams? Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That makes him running back 11. Really difficult player to rank because no injury. He's probably top 5.
Yeah, without injury, he'd be up there. I think probably right after Kenneth Walker.
Him and Etienne would be battling it out. But we have no idea how that injury, how he recovers from it. I'm not saying that he can't, but it's a messy one. It's not like Breece Hall. It's not a clean break from what we understand.
Right. Michael Mayer there at the 5-3.
Okay. A little early, but to each his own. Watson goes, Pickett goes, Pittman, Mayer, Judy, and now I'm back on the clock here. I feel like tight end's too early here, dude. This feels too early for tight end. I don't want to take a shot on one of these quarterbacks yet. And I think it's wide receiver. I just need to decide the wide receiver for this mold. I already took a young player. Maybe I get a more solidified guy in Devontae Adams. This is definitely not following my rankings. Is Treylon Burks gone?
No, he's not.
How do I pass on Treylon Burks, guys? Oh, it's between Treylon Burks, Debo, and Devontae. I think I want to just keep... I want to find some vet values at the wide receiver position later on. I don't want to give up on these guys that I love that are young.
No, for sure.
This is tough, man. People are gonna hate that. But
There goes
welcome to the
Trey.
squad, Treylon. Welcome to the squad, man. Big fan of Treylon. Still believe in his future. When Treylon was on the field and he was playing, he looked like one hell of a talent. I'm excited to see hopefully a full year with him.
Yeah, let's see.
You can't watch Treylon Burks play football and say that guy can't be an absolute dominant player in the NFL. He just can't. If you're unbiased. What pick in 2023 would you send for a random 24 first? We actually had a conversation about this recently.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's around the 110. Is that what we decided? The 110 onwards?
I think it was 108. Oh, I feel
109,
like it was
110?
109 around there.
I think the hard part is sometimes you get Addison at the 109,
exactly.
which feels good.
So you get the break. So I think that's right. So I guess if we do a rookie mock draft right after this, we can kind of talk about that. But yes, I think it's like 108, 109, 110 area, just depending on that who's available. Because if you can't get Addison, like Zach said, at the 9, at the 10, then maybe I'm still kind of considering. Maybe I would rather take one of those guys. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's as crazy as it sounds. At the 109 last year, you saw players like Garrett Wilson there, players like Chris Olave, players like Jameson Williams. Obviously, these classes are different, but I still think that the first round is very good. I put out something on Twitter, which I personally believe in. I know some people disagree. I would say the first round is more star-studded last year, but I think the second round is much better this year. I think it's much deeper. Some people disagree. That's fine. That's just probably a difference in opinion on talent evaluation. But I think both of these classes are still very good. 2022 and 2023, I think they're very good. I just think they have strengths in different areas, positionally, and in different rounds. Eckler at the 5'10" is pretty damn good value. I mean, Team Kruk is building one hell of a win now team here.
Yeah, Eckler there, Justin Fields, Dak Prescott. Anthony Richardson, by the way, at the 5'8". I don't know if we touched on that. Where did he go in this draft again? He went
to the Raiders at pick 7.
Yeah, he went. So, decent there. It's 2 young quarterbacks, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson. Let's see how he kind of builds that out. Austin Eckler, Ramondre Stevenson. Let's see where Jay goes here. Has a turn. See where I can go here.
106 JJ or Trevor Lawrence. 106 and JJ. You're saying Justin Jefferson in the 106? Definitely Justin Jefferson in the 106.
106, 100%.
I love T-Law, but
There
too
goes
much
Will.
value there. So there goes William Levis. What is Will's full name?
No idea, brother.
I mean, this kid. Keep in mind, you just drafted a player who puts mayonnaise in his coffee. You should be banned from fantasy. I'm just kidding.
He should be paying.
I am just kidding. I don't know. I can't find his full name. I guess it's just Will Levis.
Okay, where am I going?
What are you thinking?
I'm looking at running backs here. Not in love with it. Maybe I should go for another wide receiver. So he goes 2.
Come on.
He goes 2.
I mean, it's good value, to be fair.
I guess he was
You take the risk of Will and I guess the risk of Russ, but we feel better about Russ this year, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
That was going to be my pick at the 6'8".
TJ is definitely a guy I had on my queue, so that's off. I have one other guy on my queue, but someone they got drafted, unfortunately. Let me see.
I just know Macy's going to be sniping me.
And then this guy. Okay, so I have a couple options here. Let's see where team goes. I'm starving.
Starving like a Marvin.
Got some videos to record.
Koopy Cup off the board at the 6'3". I was definitely going to take a shot on him at the 6'8".
Let me just refresh my page.
Good Time says, I'd say 108 is probably the cutoff for a random first. Yeah. It's right around the 108, 109 area, 110. It's difficult because I really do like the opportunity that Addison could step into. Again, we don't view him as an elite wide receiver 1, an alpha. We view him as an elite wide receiver 2 in the NFL. Let's see. That's a tough cutoff point, but I mean, if I look at my rookie rankings, my Superflex rankings, which are part of our Patreon package, not an ad, but
not enough.
You could even argue that if Will Levis goes top 5, though, it's worth spending the 109 on him in rookie drafts. So, yeah, it's difficult to really say right now, which is why there's a lot of risk, either risk-reward or just risk when you're trading rookie picks before the NFL draft.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Okay, so Kupp goes off the board. I just knew it. I literally saw George Pickens on the queue, and I just said to myself, this player is not going to be available to me. I just knew it.
Good thing.
And I was right. I was 100% right. Yeah.
There is a player that I think you could potentially get here.
I know. I think I know who you're talking about, and I think we're on the same page. Does it start with a B? It doesn't start with a B?
Doesn't start with a B. It starts with... I feel like if I say the letter, people are going to know.
There's like 3 names I'm looking at right now. Yeah, don't say.
If you look at our rookie rankings, and you can kind of see me highlight on your thing, this is what I was thinking.
Superflex or...
Yeah. No, not Superflex. Well, you're on the clock in the Dynasty.
I got 10 seconds to make a pick here. I'm taking Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, that wasn't it, but I didn't realize he was significantly higher than the guy that I'm thinking of.
So where are you highlighting right now?
I'm highlighting it in the Dynasty rankings, like the off-season Dynasty rankings.
Oh, off-season Dynasty rankings? Well, there's so many different tabs.
And go to the wide receiver one.
Oh, okay. Who are you highlighting?
Is that true?
Yeah.
It's such a good...
I still have Ayuk higher than him.
Yeah, I know.
Other people are looking, though, so stop. Put your... people who have access to our rankings are looking. Put it somewhere else.
Well, it doesn't matter because he just went off the board at the 6'10". In the win now perspective, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, I definitely could have considered him there.
Yeah.
But we got to put some respect on Brandon Ayuk's name, man.
Oh, 100%.
One hell of a year this year.
Yeah.
I feel like you still can't take Ridley over Ayuk as good as Ridley's been. I hate that Sleeper does this, man. Like, just leave the rankings up from that year. I think he was top 15, top 12 this year? I'll have to double check.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for you. Give me a second. I have a quick thing to that. He was wide receiver 17.
That's pretty good. But are you on standard or PPR?
I'm on PPR.
Okay, yeah, you're right. 17. So he had a pretty good year. But yeah, that's a tough decision there.
Yeah, no, for
sure. You know, actually, Debo and Brandon Ayuk averaged almost the same amount of points per game. Debo averaged 13.7 points per game, and Ayuk averaged 13.6.
Debo just missed some time.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying per game.
No,
I'm saying on a per game basis.
And Debo missed time as well, which is
right. If you're looking at like their overall finish.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, they probably would have been back to back there, or very close to each other. Yeah. I wonder if the fantasy points would have added up to where Brandon Ayuk was. Terry, Deontay Johnson. There goes K-Sean Booty.
Oh, there's a name I want to be there.
Jared Goff there.
Okay, I think I might take Hollywood here.
Hollywood ticket.
Jared Goff's off the board. Oof. I mean, I just don't feel like I need another quarterback yet. Downsy's the only one who doesn't have a second quarterback. I mean, who could he take? He could take Geno off the board. Honestly, and then I'm in a tough spot. I'm in a really tough spot if I don't at least get Geno for this build. I think you got to go Geno there. Yeah, G-Money taking Goff put me in a tough spot there because I was okay with Goff or Geno. And I don't think one of those players would have been drafted if these guys all had quarterbacks except for Team 7. But yeah, that put me in a tough spot.
Yeah, the quarterbacks are, I mean, there's still some people out there, but there's no one else right now. Usually you could have got Jared Goff at like the 10th, the 11th last year, Daniel Jones at the 10th, the 11th last year.
You just have to find out who those players are this year. There's still players I like, but
I don't think they'll make them.
It's tough to guarantee them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Ridley's going to feast this year. You don't got to tell me, Scary. I'm on board, bro. You guys know this. I've been advocating for Calvin Ridley for a year straight. All last offseason. I mean, I'm your Calvin Ridley guy on YouTube. I'm 100% on board. I'm with you. I brought him as a buy low already this year. I think he's going to be fantastic. I'm all on board. I'm with you. Thoughts on Anthony Richardson upside versus other quarterbacks in the class? You know, if you want to know exactly my thoughts, I'll actually send a video to you where I talk about them directly. That would be the best way for you to actually get my genuine thoughts well thought out. So I'll paste that in the chat for you. Those are my quarterback rankings, and I talk in depth about Will Levis and Anthony Richardson back to back. So I think that would be the best way to answer the question. There goes Christian Kirk off the board as well as Durka Henry. And now you're up. What are you thinking here?
I'm going to take a running back. I'm going to take my first rookie running back here as well. I'll take Zach Charbonnet. He went to the 2nd round to the Raiders here. That's assuming Josh Jacobs is no longer there.
That's a good pick.
And if I'm not mistaken with this one, they get Anthony Richardson. So maybe they lean on the run game a little bit more than they're used to. Well,
yeah, that's a great pick.
See, there's somebody else I'm hoping to get.
I was really between Geno, Hollywood, and Charbonnet. Good pick. To get him at the 7-9, if I could lock him in right now at startups at the 7-9, regardless of knowing draft capital, I think I would do that.
Yeah,
that's how much we like Sharby.
That feels comfortable there. And obviously some other names that like haven't been drafted, like a Sean Tucker, those other guys. We just gotta wait and see where their draft capital is, and then kind of base it off that. But he was the next guy. I mean, there is one other guy that I technically have higher, but I want to see where he's gonna go and how far he can fall. Tony Pollard just went. So good reports about Tony, saying that they might franchise tag him, which is positive for, I guess positive if you're in a dynasty perspective. Maybe you have a dynasty startup. I mean, at least before the draft, at least, you know. At least
I like that. I like that pick there at Team 11. Gets the Cooper Watson stack. I like that. You like that?
I like that. Let's check out these wide receivers and see where I'm at. Sleeper's tripping right now. I don't know if that's just me or what.
Well, how is it tripping?
I don't know. I keep hearing noises and I refresh and I don't know.
We're going to change it to 30 seconds after this pick, guys. Just so these next, rounds up until round 14 aren't just super, super long. There goes Bateman. We'll pause it. And we'll go 30 seconds on the clock. And here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. Don't get auto-picked. Because we won't undo no auto-picks, I promise you.
We ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that over here.
None of that, man. What percentage chance would you say that the Cowboys are going to keep intact their running back room and not add someone? I think it's high.
I think it's high as well, and especially with that report of Tony could be getting tagged and Zeke taking a pay cut. You know, I mean, they're both of them and their agents are gonna do as much as possible for them to stay. But if Bijan is there, I think that's the conversation Jerry's gonna go with, though. If he says, guys, I'm happy to do this for you, but if Bijan's there, I'm taking Bijan, right? And I think I can definitely see that as a candid conversation between Jerry, Zeke, and you know their managers or whatever the case may be. How do you not, right?
Yeah, I think at this point you don't. The Cowboys probably aren't guaranteeing anything to anyone, and they're gonna see how the draft goes. So
yeah.
Man, I'm also really intrigued to see what the Packers do, because it sounds like Aaron Jones is going to restructure. Thank you so much for the super chat, Simon.
Appreciate you.
He says,
man.
do I trade Eckler for the 105 and Ramondre? Yes.
Yes, 100%.
You definitely take the 105 and Ramondre side. Without a doubt, I have no doubts in my mind that you should take that side. That is 100% the winning side. Regardless of if Austin Eckler is the RB1 again next year. You know? You can't lose in that trade.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's definitely a good trade for you, Simon. Okay, damn. Zay Flowers goes off the board. I was seriously considering him because I thought he was falling down these boards way too much. We've heard talks about Dalvin Cook potentially being a cut candidate. Oh wow, that 30 seconds goes quick.
Yeah, it is. It is pretty fast.
Let's
faster than normal.
Let's grab Dallas here.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup. I was hoping he was gonna fall to me there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of tight ends like to fall, but I have a couple other people in mind. There goes George Kittle. Here comes a tight end run here.
Yeah, had
Just
to do
a
it.
classic.
You know, honestly, if I was building a futuristic team, I probably wouldn't have gone tight end yet, but I wanted to grab one of these guys who are likely to be top 5 next year.
Mm-hmm.
I still have an idea of how to improve this team. We'll see.
Where are we at? 0 chance Zeke takes a pay cut. Yeah, I mean, there was reports. I don't know how legit those reports are, but they're saying that he could be taking that. But let's see. Thoughts on London in a mid-third?
I think just quickly on the Zeke, the Zeke part though.
Mm-hmm.
I would double check before we guarantee anything. Like, let's double check what his contract actually says, because there's a scenario in which he does take a pay cut and he's making more than he would if he was cut by the team. So, hey, thank you so much, Marty.
Appreciate
Zeke
you, Marty.
does not have much leverage right now with the player that he is. So it would cost him $11 million right now to get out of his contract. And let me add up how much they owe him still. It would cost him $11 million to get out. But they still owe him. If you go on base salary, oh my gosh, they still, like, the base salary is not nice. Okay, 1 second. Let me make my pick here. Okay, I was hoping I would grab Keenan on the return. So I'll grab Keenan there. I feel better about that wide receiver room, especially with Herbert there.
No, it's good.
Hey Simon, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, man.
We'll always answer super chat straight away. So he says same, but I add 203 and 207. So you get Ramondre in the 105. You send away the 203 and the 207. Yes, I would still take that deal.
Yeah.
I would still do that.
Agreed.
But on the Zeke comments,
try without the 203 first, and then see what happens. Try with only 1 second.
I just don't see that happening unless
Yeah,
the guy just doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, unless he doesn't know what he's doing. But I would try with 1 second first, and then, you know, if he says no, be like, all right, let me throw in another one, and then maybe. But I don't know if that could ruin the trade or not. But I do like the trade still. I'm just wanting you to keep at least one of those seconds. But If not, I'm happy with it.
Okay, if you include base salary plus signing bonus, which he only gets a signing bonus in 2023, he still has 4 years left. Again, not exactly contract experts, but from what we know, he's currently owed $54.4 million over the next 4 years for Ezekiel Elliott, this version of Ezekiel Elliott. You're basically paying $13.6 million a year. That is top running back money. I mean, they're either going to cut him or restructure. I just don't see. They can either spend $54 million over the next 4 years, or they can take an $11 million cap hit.
Yeah.
Or they can restructure. I think they're going to restructure. We'll see.
I think they will restructure as well, and then kind of move on from, or restructure, keep Tony Pollard, and then if it doesn't work out this year, then they'll move on. I think they're going to draft a wide receiver, in my opinion. Either draft or trade for one, whether that's DeAndre Hopkins, whether that is a Brandon Cooks. They need somebody. They need a wide receiver too, or somebody that can complement CeeDee Lamb. And I don't think the running game is a problem. It's the wide receivers, right? Like,
yeah,
CeeDee couldn't do it by himself. Dalton Schultz was a good help, but they just need somebody else. But we'll see.
Yeah, I don't see Zeke staying on the same contract that he's currently on and them just running it back with him. $13 million is a lot of money for a running back right now compared to the market. I mean, when Zeke signed that huge deal, we didn't see many guys get that kind of money anymore after that. And you could say Alvin, but really after those guys, we didn't see players make big money like that. That's when it stopped being a position that people would pay that much to, because they didn't see much success in it. If you look at the top 5 teams who pay the most money to the running back position, let me double check if I'm incorrect. Only one of them made the playoffs. The Packers spend the most money. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. The Packers spend the most money on the running back position. They missed the playoffs. The Titans spend the second most. They missed the playoffs. Saints third. Browns fourth. And then you got the Cowboys at 5. So I believe they're spending almost 8% of their cap on the running back position. Oddly enough, the Giants spend the least, but you're going to have to pay Saquon.
We're going to have to pay Saquon, so I think we'll probably flip that.
You look at the Eagles and the Chiefs, they're both bottom 10 at the running back position spending-wise. That's why I'm worried about Sanders, man. I don't think they're going to pay Miles.
I think, we kind of spoke about that a little bit, and I'm just going to draft rookies from now on. I mean, kind of get you guys at this area. We kind of spoke about it, the free agency. I don't want to go too much in detail, but it all depends on how whoever gets the first contract, that is going to set the tone for the running back room, like the running back market. So whether it's Saquon getting a 16 million a year contract versus a 10 to $12 million a year contract is going to be a massive difference for them. So for the running back market, we just got to wait and see what the hell that's going to look like.
Yeah.
But if the thing is, I don't see the Eagles going out and saying, you know what, this guy is better in free agency, not in the draft, in free agency, right?
But
so
they could get a cheaper deal.
And that's the thing, like.
And they could definitely find a replacement in the draft. Not to say that Miles Sanders isn't a great talent, because he is.
Yeah, 100%.
We talked about this, though. I feel like Miles wants... this is one chance to get a bag. He's going to take as much money. If he's smart, which I think he is, just take as much money as you can from whoever it is.
Yeah.
You're not getting a second contract like that. Wow. Elijah Moore is still on the board.
I want him to get traded.
And I don't think I can draft him here.
Come to the Giants, Elijah. Come home.
Come through. Let's go ahead and grab another running back here. Let's go a little risk here. I like Devin A-Chain. I'll take Devin A-Chain here at the 10-8.
Yeah.
I know people have their opinions on A-Chain. That's okay. I'm happy to kind of take the shot on him. He goes to the Colts. So I have the entire Colts backfield. Is that good strategy? No. That's awful strategy.
Yeah, it's awful strategy. All right.
Keep in mind, guys, If we hit 115 likes, we're going to pop off a rookie mock draft for you guys right after this one. So do us a favor. If you want to see another mock draft, go ahead and drop that like. I'm sure with everyone's help, we can absolutely get there and we can meet that like goal. Thank you for the likes so far, the support. And just so you guys know, the reason we ask for that is because it's the easiest way for you to tell YouTube, hey, I like this, and then they recommend it to more people so that they can find our channel. So let's get to that 115 mark, and we will absolutely pop off another mock draft for you guys, specifically the rookie mock drafts.
Yeah, agreed. What was the question I was reading out again? I think it was Jonah. Thoughts on London in the mid-third for their 102? I guess it depends on if you need a quarterback.
I'm taking the 102 there.
Yeah, I like the 102 because even if that's a one quarterback league, that's JSN, that's whoever the case may be, I'm pretty confident in that.
And just look at where Stroud and Bryce Young went. Like, they went a full round ahead of Drake London. So, yeah, I think the third is not enough to sway.
Yeah, exactly. Skylar, 108, 107, 106. So 106, 107, 108, and London for Chase, and the 102, one quarterback.
I just don't want to sell London low.
I actually, and especially in a one quarterback league, what can I get at the 106? So
that's the problem, because the draft becomes way less intriguing
towards the end of the
in a one quarterback. Let me look back at when we did that one quarterback mock draft. I just want to remind myself who was available at those positions, and obviously things will change. But I just want to look at that.
I think like Zach Charbonnet was there.
So at the 106, we had Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly make a pick here. I'll grab Matthew Stafford here. Why not? Take a shot on him as my QB3. I think that's good risk. Yeah. Okay, so you said you have the 106, 107, 108. Right now, the way we mocked that was Zach Charbonnet, Kayshon Boutte, and Michael Mayer.
Wow.
It's hard to give, but you also get the 102, keep in mind. So you're essentially getting Chase and JSN if that's your choice, which would be mine, or Chase and Jahmyr Gibbs, or whatever you prefer. I think I'm
leaning
but
with
you lose London.
Yeah, I feel that if your team is
that's a tough one.
If your structure of your team and you have a really good running back room, and let's just say you somehow have a Jonathan Taylor or a Brees, and you don't really need to invest in some of these guys, maybe these top 10 running backs like Etienne, a Barkley, a Jacobs.
He says I have the 103 already too.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm. If you have the 103 already, I'm taking Chase. Chasing the 102. Sorry.
I think I agree.
The 102 and the 103, so you can get Jason and Jahmyr, or Jason and another wide, or whatever the case may be.
I hate to sell London, but yeah, I hate to sell London, but that's what it's going to take for Chase.
And the 105. Okay, I mean, bro, just take Chase then.
that is a difficult question to answer, because Drake London is one of those players currently wide receiver 13 in consensus rankings. He could easily be top 5 or top 8 next year if they, at minimum, 3 to 4 more attempts, 5 more attempts per game through the air. So you're leaving a lot of potential, but you're getting more guarantee. And if you already have the 103, that means you're probably adding to your team Jamar Chase, JSN, and Jahmyr Gibbs. I like it. Yeah, good value for both sides. I think that's a win-win. I'll take the Chase side. Difficult question to answer there. Algier for the 207 in a 10-man. The 207 becomes much more interesting in a 10-man, though. Where would that cutoff point be? Let me see. In a 10-man, the 207 would actually be The 207 would actually be Devin A-Chain territory for me. Josh Downs, Rashee Rice, Zay Flowers, Xavier Hutchinson, Izzy Tank. Man, that 5th round draft capital is difficult to trust for Tyler. I think I probably lean Tyler, but it's very close. Badake, are you muted?
No, I'm just thinking.
Okay.
Algier 207. Yeah, I think you can get more than the 207. Can't? Oh,
For Algier?
No, let me
he is one of those players where
it was high at a point though, for sure.
People are very on two sides with him at the moment. Yeah.
Take another running back here. Stack up with some of these guys.
There you go. See, you got Brian Robinson in the 12th instead of the 2nd.
Instead of the 2nd, huh? Brian Robinson, what an opportunity. He's my guy.
I love it.
No worries, Skylar. We appreciate you. You said I could do Burks or Godwin. Try Godwin. But I doubt somebody's going to want to do that. I'm happy with Burks or Godwin, personally. I want to keep, I'm assuming Jameson Williams.
I don't really understand the question, but
no, that's so good. So Ohio State fan, I'll probably be able to get Wilson a lot with Jason, Marvin, and Puka. Probably get Fleming and Trey. Bro, I would love to see a team like that. That'd be so funny. That'd be awesome, though.
Don't do it. You're gonna regret it when it just doesn't work out.
All these guys feel like pretty safe. Garrett Wilson feels safe. I mean, right at the moment, right? I mean, you don't know what Fleming and Trey is gonna be, but the wide receivers feel like no matter where they go, well, like Marvin and Mbuka, at least when the expectations feels pretty safe right now. But
yeah, I'm on the clock here. I think I'm going to take a shot on a running back who is a free agent, who we still like. Why can't he go earn a role somewhere, a significant role? David Montgomery.
Come on, man.
I'll grab him here at the 12-8. Monty. Man, there's a lot of risk reward with Monty in the offseason.
Yep.
If you think you pick a wide receiver at 1 and 2, he'll be valued the same as London. I guess that's for the 22 class, but we don't value. I guess Badake and I know people are different on that, but Badake and I wouldn't value London as the 102 in the 2023 class. And you can see that reflected even in this startup draft. CJ Stroud and Bryce Young went at the 2.5 and the 2.4. London went at the 3.11. Those are your 102, 103 at the moment. So, again, lots can change. It's still very early, but...
And also, at the same time, like, is it really a lateral move based on land? I mean, obviously, context is important.
Yeah.
So, like, if JSN does go in this mock draft to the Ravens with Lamar Jackson, do we want that with, hypothetically, Desmond Ridder with Drake London? Not necessarily exciting. We feel... I would think you would agree that we would both say Jason is more valuable and has a higher ceiling than London with the quarterback play. Obviously, that's a hypothetical, but I think that's kind of the expectation where a lot of people maybe are kind of trying to sell London now because the quarterback play is not going to get any better. At least it feels that way.
I'm definitely pro buying London still, though.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. I'm just putting it on the other side as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm here in the 13th round. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to grab one of these guys I've been advocating for people to buy if they're a win-now team, which is Brandon Cooks. I feel like there's a 99.9% chance that Brandon Cooks is going to be traded, and it's going to be to a contender. I've talked about this on one of my buys before, but 6 out of his 9 seasons, over 1,000 yards. He's averaging 7.2, I believe, targets per game every year. He's averaging over 110 targets a year since entering the league. That's a player who can put up big production. Just has not been in the best offense. So I'm curious to see what he can do.
Yeah.
Given a new team.
All right, should we get this rookie one going?
I'm getting it. I'm getting it prepared.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Because this last round should usually go fast.
Yeah. So guys, thanks so much for helping us get to that like goal. Appreciate you. If you haven't dropped a like yet, if you've already done it, excuse me, thank you. If you have yet to do so, it would mean a lot to us if you could. Easiest way to support the show. Zach says, I'm just saying the player will hold value so you aren't losing value. Sure, I can see where you're coming from. That makes sense. Kyle Trask off the board. Could Kyle Trask be the future in Tampa Bay? I don't think so, guys.
Probably be Derek Carr. Probably be Jimmy G. I mean, maybe Tom Brady comes back. Probably Tanner McGee. Stenson Bennett. Baker Mayfield.
Last round here, guys. Make it a good one. And then we will get this rookie draft popping. How do we get in these drafts? Good question. Badake, why don't you let us know how we get into these drafts? I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, man. Skylar, if you want to be part of these drafts and anyone else that wants to be part of these drafts, all you have to do is join our Discord, like Zach put it in the chat. Join our Discord. Create an account. Go to Dynasty, damn it, and then go to Dynasty Mock Draft tab. You can kind of see where I've posted a link there earlier. A lot of people were talking there in the chat a little bit earlier. Let me just make a pick. I'll take Sky. So yes, join our Discord. First come, first serve. If you can't get in, it's okay because we do a mock draft Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single week leading up into the season. And yeah, guys, and we said we're going to say this for this one. People that have joined this mock draft, the Dynasty Startup, please give somebody else another opportunity, a chance to get in when we do the rookie one.
Yeah.
And like Zach always says, we will call you out.
Yeah, we will publicly shame you.
Uh-huh.
So if Charms, JC, Ruck and Hooker, G Money, Macy, Downsy, Sammy, Ruck, Mondo, or J Chin, if you guys join the next one, expect to be publicly shamed. Okay. Hey, let's grab Sam Howell with my last pick. Why not? Take a shot on the kid.
Give it to Sam, huh?
See, I feel good about how this team panned out because I took shots on younger receivers that I really liked the potential of, and I still was able to come back, get Keenan Allen, stack him with Justin Herbert, get Brandon Cooks as a late value. Hopefully he gets traded somewhere and retains a little bit more value heading into the season. I feel good about taking a shot on Matthew Stafford at the 11-5. So I feel good about how this team kind of panned out. We'll have to rely on the quarterback play a little bit and the running backs, but I feel good about what that team could do for sure.
Yeah. Once again, guys, join the Discord in the link in the description, and I might just send that link out now.
Yeah, go ahead and send the link out now. Again, if you're already with us, do not join. But let's go ahead and send that out and get it popping. Thanks for the likes, for the support. That's why we're doing this next mock. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate y'all big time. Roxanne, you don't have to stay, love. Okay, any double dippers?
Doesn't look like any double dippers.
No double dippers.
That's exactly what we want. By the way, probably what I should have said earlier. It is easier to join via desktop. If you're going to go on your phone, it's a little bit slower compared to somebody that's on a laptop or, you know, some sort of PC. So just a hint for everyone in the future.
Yeah.
Let me pull up my rookie Superflex rankings, by the way, that we have on Patreon, guys. I mean, that an opportunity.
Have you ever heard of this site called Patreon, guys?
You ever heard of that? You have a
look at this
that we sent out.
Somebody come look at this.
All
right. We're going to use the same landing spots, guys. It's, I believe, 60 seconds on the clock, and we're just going to see what the ADP looks like. We're going to see how this all plays out. So we're going to go ahead and start, and let's see how we go. Superflex, non-tight end premium, PPR. Bijan Robinson, first overall. Keep in mind, he went to the Lions at 6, which is crazy, and probably won't happen, but it was fun to see at minimum. Do y'all ever do team deconstruction videos? Yes, we have. We might bring those back. We definitely might bring those back. We're trying to figure out how to fit that into the current rotation. There goes CJ Stroud off the board at 1-2. Then Bryce Young. Good to see Bryce Young off the board. And let's see what Zach does here.
Bryce Young.
Thoughts on Nico Collins if Bryce Young goes to Houston? I'm kind of someone who's just, I feel like Nico Collins is a Jag, just a guy.
Just a guy.
So I might not be the right person to ask. I know you liked him for a time. Do you still feel like there's that kind of upside there?
I do like him. I think there is upside. I just see them bringing in people and him kind of like Zach saying being just a guy. Once they do bring in somebody, I see even if it's a Jalen Hyatt or some of these guys that we're not necessarily excited for, I do believe they're gonna start implementing those guys over someone like a Nico. But at the same time, Nichols has never had that quarterback. He's never had a high caliber guy that can come in like a Bryce or a CJ. So I think I'll be happy to stash him to wait and see what will happen, but I'm not going out actively trying to buy him or invest a lot of stock into him. If you already have him, just hold him, keep him. Yeah.
Makes sense. I went Jordan Addison there at the 109. And, again, people keep saying, you're not going to get Jordan Addison at the 109. The draft will change things, but right now it seems like a possibility. Zach Charbonnet goes at the 110. He's a Raider in the second round. Zay Flowers went in the first to the Jags. It's hard to not draft a wide receiver that went in the first round of a rookie draft. I mean, I was saying the same thing last year about Jahan Dotson. Somehow he was slipping out after the draft, but he was a 16th overall pick. I'm saying, like, what are we doing, guys? Jahan Dotson has to be a first-round pick. You cannot leave a first-round wide receiver heading into the second round of a rookie draft. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
Kyle Trask, ultimate buy low. He could be. I just struggle to see him being the guy, maybe. Can Jordan Love? We definitely like Jordan Love. We just hope that he has a spot to prove himself.
Yeah, an opportunity. That's all we can ask for.
What made you guys move to Australia? We did meet here. We're both American, but we met in Australia. We were going to college here, and we lived in the same house. We were roommates for a while, and we just kind of met there and lived with each other for about, I don't know, was it 3 or 4 years? And
yeah,
it was a great house of guys. Good times, good vibes, and then just we've been friends since then.
Now we're here, in this beautiful journey with a nice community.
Yes. It has been a fun journey. Booty off the board, then Mayer, and then Sean Tucker.
Booty, rocking everywhere.
Of course, man. No worries. I mean, we've said it before, but we even got the house number tattooed. All the boys in that house did it.
Yeah. 18, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think you have a lot of good value here at the 2.5 still.
I do have a lot of good value. I see one that I really don't like, but you like. A position that landed on with my team that I feel like could be a little bit too high, but I'm really trying to draft based off these.
There's so many good players still on the board here.
These landing spots, that's the thing. I like to play this game based on the landing spot. I like this guy. Is there anyone that still went in the first? No, okay, in the second. I'm just gonna put this guy on my queue, which I don't think there's anyone else. It's pretty far down, but
wow. Okay.
I guess just second round draft capital. He went to the Giants, not because he's a Giant, but I can see him actually being utilized a lot. Maybe they want to do a 2 tight end set over there. I mean, I definitely think if Dalton Kincaid gets drafted to the Giants, Daniel Bellinger, not that he becomes irrelevant, but he clearly is going to be the number 2 tight end there, especially with this draft capital. And we saw how they utilized Bellinger this past year. So maybe, I don't know. I mean,
Mondo, I'm curious as to why you assume Kyle Trask is going to be the starter. Help me understand. Walk me through that. Why do you think he's definitely going to be the starter? With the guys, you're leaving me Zach Evans. You're leaving me Xavier Hutchinson. I shouldn't have these players at the 2.9, but I'll take it. I'll take Zach Evans. Where did he go? He went in the 3rd round to the He went in the 3rd round to the Rams. I'm getting potentially a starting running back at the 2-9. I'll take it. Mondo, just genuinely curious, why do you assume that Kyle Trask is a starter? Let us know why you believe that's just going to happen. I mean, you look at a team in Tampa Bay, that team is still ready to win. We'll see what changes they make in the offseason, but that's a team that's, I think, very much with the personnel they have looking to win. I think they would be much better off putting a Derek Carr in there. I think they'd be much better off putting a Jimmy G in there. And 2nd-round draft capital on a quarterback doesn't mean anywhere near the same as it does for, let's say, a running back or a tight end or a wide receiver. Simple fact that the GOAT has retired and they've spent a 2nd-round draft capital on him. Surely you're going to give him a few starts. Maybe.
I think there is
the fact that he wasn't even the backup for Tom Brady was that's not concerning at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this team is kind of like this team is kind of like in a weird phase where kind of like the Rams where they have the talent around them.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, if they can get a quarterback that can kind of push them into some wins, you know, with a decent defense. They kind of invested in the offensive line the past couple of years, even though it was pretty shit this year.
Yeah.
There are some pieces that they have that they're not like a shit team.
Yeah, they're a good team. You're right. They're very much middle of the road.
Yeah.
The difficult part is, I mean, Kyle Trask hasn't even been the 2nd quarterback on the depth chart since he was drafted. So they haven't even trusted him to be a backup yet. They had Blaine Gabbert playing that position. I'm not so sure it's going to be Kyle Trask's team, but let's see. You absolutely could be right, and we could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't see them. Not that Kyle Trask will waste a year, but I don't think a lot of people would want someone like Mike, some like these older guys that are on this team that we're trying to build a super team with Tom Brady. They're not going to want a guy that doesn't have experience to be starting. You know, like I think that's why you see a lot of these rumors of Derek Carr going there or Jimmy G going there, because they have the experience. We've played
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if like Andy Dalton found his way there.
Yeah, so.
But you could be right, man. You absolutely could be right, and we could be missing the mark. It's 100% possible that that's the case. Okay, I'm on the board here. What do my rankings tell me is the next player I should take? Is Israel Abanikanda gone? Yep.
Abanikanda.
Is Tank Bigsby gone? Yep. Duh. Is Puka gone?
No.
Welcome to the squad. And maybe I should stop pushing his ADP up. But I'm really a big fan of Puka Nacua, or Puka Nuka, however you say it. A little bit of shades of Alec Pierce. I see a little bit of that in his game. But I think he's actually better after the catch than Alec Pierce, which confuses me. I don't know where to put him, evaluating him, but really fun player to watch.
Yeah.
So I'll take him there. Alpha says, it's okay, Zach. You and I know what Zach Evans possesses more for us. Oh, 100%. If Zach Evans is going to fall like that, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It honestly is good because typically the players that you like, their ADP rises. Like Zay Flowers, for example. I've really loved Zay Flowers, and I still do. But his ADP is rising a lot. Whereas Zach Evans, I mean, it's kind of best case scenario. Still love the player, but no one else is really in on him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one for me. I hope, just hope he gets the draft capital. Just like everyone else.
Yeah, we'll see. Tanner McKee off the board at the 311. That's a pretty good pick, especially considering he went in the 2nd round of the mock draft. So I like that one. To the Saints, yeah. Let me see. Chris Rodriguez off the board. Stetson Bennett went at the 312. Take a shot on the guy that you love, I guess.
Take a shit on, you said?
Take a shot.
I heard take a shit on. Take a shit on the guy.
You need to open them ears up. You need to get some glass cleaner in the ears. Open them bad boys up.
I can't say his name, but
Yeshivas.
He's been getting love, man. People like him.
Yeah, I called him discount Christian Watson last year, off-brand, Walmart brand.
Off-brand? Yeah, I mean, Walmart brand is still good, though. Huh?
It's good, but it's not the flash you want.
It's not the flash you want. Yeah, you don't...
And the big players probably aren't buying Walmart branded stuff.
Big old Roscoe Johnson.
You know, the big players they're buying Mountain Dew, not Mountain Mist. They're buying Dr. Pepper, not Dr. P. Actually, I want to look at Walmart off-brand sodas.
I just think of like the cereal. Like you get Frosted
Dr.
Flakes.
Thunder is what it's called.
You get Frosted Flakes or you get, Frosty Flakes.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's actually
Frosted.
It's actually Mountain Lightning. Yeah. That's what we're looking at with Andre.
Gosh, okay.
Yeshivas. Andre Yeshivas is some Dr. Thunder. That's what we're looking at there. Little Dr. Thunder.
Little Dr. Thunder.
Big Mike says, I watch anime. I support the anime community. Make an anime shout out. I mean, shout out to anime. I don't watch it, but
shout out to anime. Hey, there's Invincibles too.
Okay, is that anime? Would that be in the category of anime?
I honestly
I feel like anime is...
What would that be? What would you consider that? Like a cartoon? I don't know. Anime is like...
I don't know if I would consider it anime.
I don't know.
I'm on the board here.
Invincibles 2 is anime. Continue.
And I feel like at the 4-9, you got to take Tank Dell here. I currently have him ranked as my 403. So take a shot on the guy that's getting a little hype. Of course, again, I'm not going to take him in the second round like some others are, but with the 4-9, of course.
Of course.
Good nicknames. Why don't you make an anime video? Consider it anime. Not as good as Beyblades. I feel like you or I know whoever Big Mike is.
I have no idea.
I feel like this is someone that we know. Andre Yeshivas with the same name as me. I love it. All right, so any surprises from this draft? Let's see. Anything that surprised us? First round felt pretty standard.
Yeah, pretty standard.
I'm going to have my own biases. I feel like Zach Evans went way too late, as well as Xavier Hutchinson.
Mm-hmm. I actually truly believe that Michael Mayer is going to be it's going to have to result into a first round pick. I think he feels more comfortable getting the draft capital compared to someone like a Zay Flowers, a Josh Downs, and even potentially a Keyshawn Boutte. If all three of those guys get second to potentially third round draft capital, and Michael Mayer gets a first round draft capital, I think you have to solidify him at the 111, 112 because
maybe.
I feel like that's where I'm leaning. That's what I'm feeling right now. But yes, I think Mayer at the 2-2 feels good, but I still believe he should go in the end of the first.
I think if he lands in a team like the Bengals, I agree. If this is his landing spot, I think you probably take him after Flowers.
There's so many teams that need a tight end, though. I mean, what if he goes to, end of the first, Giants, the Bills, Dallas, Bengals, even Saints in the end of the first here.
We can't really predict where, but I mean, I think he probably ends up as a first round pick, early second. I still think I'm going to take on a guy like Charbonnet, Addison. If Flowers gets first round capital, I'm still going to take him. And you really have to ask yourself, if Downs gets first round draft capital, are you going to take Michael Mayer over Downs? I'm not saying he will. What if Boutte gets first round draft capital?
Yeah,
are you going to take, because you have to push someone out. That's what makes it hard.
Exactly. That's where the argument comes. It's like, okay, if they get the first round draft capital, then Mayer can fall. But I think what's going to happen is that these top four wide receivers...
Hold on. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I think the Saints just traded for Derek Carr.
Rumors: Saints and Derek Carr have not agreed to contract terms. But Carr hasn't also waiving his contract.
Okay.
Seems like due diligence for now.
Okay, it's just a rumor right now. My bad. I thought that was an official.
Albert Breer.
I thought that was an official report. Okay, so it's not official. But it looks like rumors. Potential.
Well, Carr has not agreed to waive his no trade clause. Carr gets to New Orleans tomorrow. Will leave Thursday. Wait, what is he? Is he going to New Orleans just to be in New Orleans? Or is he going to New Orleans to visit the Saints?
I don't know. That's a good question. But if here, I don't see a scenario personally where Derek Carr gets traded. I would be absolutely shocked if Derek Carr gets traded. I think he becomes a free agent. I believe it's in the next couple days. The Raiders, let's look at this contract together. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. So in the next couple of days, the Raiders have to decide to either cut him, which will cost them $5 million, okay? Or they have to keep him on their books and try and work out a trade. Look at the money on that contract. $32 million this year. Then it goes to $41 the next 2 seasons.
I don't see why he wouldn't want that though.
Well, Derek Carr would want it.
He can't choose that. Yeah, he can't choose
I'm
that.
saying I don't see a team wanting to take that on.
No, for sure.
I think he becomes a free agent and gets his own choice of where he could go. Look, the 32 is like that $30 million is not bad. That's what I think Carson Wentz was making around that. That's not a bad number. I think a team could probably manage that, but he's not going to make $41 million a year as a free agent, and no one's going to trade for that.
The Saints don't have the money to do that either.
No,
That's
they don't.
The problem. Like they're still at a bad cap space coming into this season as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they had like top worst.
They're rough, but to be fair, the salary cap is made up anyway.
Agreed. I mean, it's interesting. I think it's Bucks, and I think it's gonna be Bucks, Panthers.
We've talked about this. There's a lot of teams that need quarterback help.
But I don't
rule out the Bucks to draft a quarterback either.
I think this is what's going to make it more difficult, because if they are hoping, and for one of these quarterbacks, and when I say one, I mean Anthony Richardson or Will Levis to fall, I think the Bucks will take a chance on one of those guys over someone like a Derek Carr, over a Jimmy G, and not just the Bucks. That is for every team. I'm talking about Washington. I'm talking about
I agree. It just depends on the
teams.
team, I would say, because these teams might be in different positions, different goals.
He also put out a tweet saying that.
But Derek Carr?
Or not him, but I think it was JPA saying that the value of Derek Carr is a third right now.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. And I just don't think anyone's going to trade a third and take on that money. The Saints invited Derek Carr for a visit. The Raiders granted permission for that to happen.
Okay, well, that's, I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I just don't see a team trading for him. Definitely could be wrong, but I just don't see it. Kyle Trash Stonks, get in before it's too late. Maybe you're right, man. Maybe you are. I don't think he's a starter. We'll see. Hooker and Kincaid seem a little high. I agreed. Overall, I think Hooker and Kincaid were a little high. I'm very much a take best player available. And I think there was a lot of good players that end up falling, but Maxwell says I got 424 first, so I'm in a good spot. Love that. I feel like that will go down though. Signs as a free agent. Yeah. The teams agree on terms of the trade, but Carr is not going to be okay. Saints could work for him. I'd like to see him in Atlanta. Atlanta would be fun. I think Atlanta might rock with Ritter though. We'll see. Saints may be dumping players with it. True, they could do that.
Yeah, I don't see why wouldn't they, and then kind of relieve that cap somehow, some way, if they potentially could. I just don't. What are the Saints depth chart? I don't even know like what their team roster looks like. I mean, yeah, you have Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, who's a free agent, not mistaken. Mark Ingram, if I'm not mistaken, is a free agent. Like, there's no one here that can really help besides Chris. Like, I think the only young person here is Chris Olave. Who did they draft last year?
Okay.
That's so many questions in one, but
wait, hold on. Okay, this is the position.
The Saints draft in 2020.
Let's look at the Saints salary cap for 2023. So Cam Jordan is taking up a lot of space. Same with Marshawn Lattimore, Ryan Ramczyk. I don't see them cutting anyone outside of maybe Alvin Kamara, maybe Jameis Winston, too. Maybe Taysom Hill, maybe Michael Thomas. These are trade guys or cut players you could cut. Demario Davis played really well last year. Yeah, Tyrann Mathieu definitely isn't the same player, is he?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, you see this roster and you look at it, it's like, okay, this is an old roster that just needs to move on. They have good players. Like, why don't you just trade Cameron Jordan for some picks if you can, right? Whatever his value is, get that cap off your hands. Start rebuilding. Like, you're putting yourself, if you don't get rid of some of these players, it feels like they're going to still be in limbo again next year or in 2023.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, so Bears have the most cap and the Saints have the least. The Saints are $57 million under.
Isn't that crazy? And then they were the same position last year. That's why they can't sign nobody. And I don't understand how they're going to make that happen with Derek Carr. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Remember, though, we said the same thing when they were $35 million under 2 years ago. So I'm saying the cap doesn't exist. It really doesn't. Like, teams have so many ways to get around it now. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We always have a good time hanging out with you guys. I hope you have a good time hanging out with us. Yeah. If you want to keep watching our content, we did a tier ranking video with the 2022 and 2023 class all together. I pasted that link in the chat. So definitely go give that a watch. Drop that a like and comment your thoughts. I think we probably were a little bit too low on Drake London, hindsight, because I know people have mentioned that. So we probably were a little bit too low on him. But that was a difficult video to make. That was really hard to put those players together. That was difficult to kind of process that. But anyway, appreciate you guys. Drop a like on your way out. Subscribe if you like Dynasty content. And we will see you guys tomorrow for another rookie draft. We'll see you then.
Love.